Hello. What is the biggest fear you faced and how did you overcome it? Repeat. What is the biggest fear you faced and how did you overcome it? Okay, we're having some fun now because we're still walking it out through the 7 deep conversation topics. And, we're asking questions because we want to know these questions. So I'm going to give you the answer to my biggest fear. Okay, so my biggest fear was not being able to work. Okay, that was my biggest fear, and it was not being able to work. And, I had to face that fear because I got cut off. I got cut off from the healthcare industry because I refused to get the jab, right? So I got booted out of an industry that I was groomed in for a very long time, since I was a teenager. And then they booted me out because I said, no, you don't control my body, right? And then I got rewarded. I got rewarded because then I met Jesus, and then Jesus hooked me up with Father, and then Jesus gave me a forever mission. He said, teach all nations. And I was like, wait, what? He said, teach all nations. And I was like, teach them what? And he was like, baptize them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost. And I was like, well, how am I going to do that, Jesus? And he said, look, just follow me. And I was like, all I have to do is follow you. And he was like, yes, that's it. Just follow me only. If you follow me, I will show you how to move, and I will show you how to behave, right? And he said, I'll leave my book for you so you can read it, so you can see what the basic instructions before leaving Earth is. And I was like, oh, wow, this is a cool job. So I got blessed because Father hooked me up because he tried me during the Rona times. And now I'm always going to be able to teach. And then I love it. I love showing people the words, and I love showing them the simplicity of the words. And now I only fear God. I only fear God. And I love fearing God because I know that, there is no death. I know that for a fact that there is no death. You only get 2 choices. Like this body, this little flesh body, it's going to go bye-bye. It's going to go back to the dust. But this blow that you see right here, that spirit, it's going back to Father, and then Father's gonna test me again, and then I'm gonna be able to face Father, and then he's gonna walk me through my life, and then he's gonna say, did you follow my son? And I was like, I did, Father. Doesn't it say that I did, right? And then Jesus is gonna be my advocate, and then everything's gonna be cool, and then I get to play a whole nother game in the other realm after death. Okay, so I don't have any fears but just God. That's it, man. So now let's go ahead and walk it out now because we're still building relationships with the people. So this is the top 7 deep conversation topics, number 5. Okay. Fear and mortality. Okay. So everybody fears fear. Everybody has a fear, and then everybody's worried about death, mortality. That's death, right? So I'm not afraid of death, right? I don't fear death because, I know death is just going to be another game, and I know my body is going to die, but my spirit is going to continue on. And that's very comforting for me. Thank you, Holy Ghost, right? So check out this question right here. You can ask these to your neighbors, okay? It says, what's the biggest fear you faced and how did you overcome it? That's what I use for the jump off bit. Okay. Check out this other question right here. It says, how do you think about your own mortality and what does it mean for your priorities and decisions? Okay. So right there, these 2 questions right here, you can ask your neighbors these questions. You can ask your team these questions. You can ask anybody that you want to get into a deep conversation these questions, and you're going to be able to see how they think and how they move because the words that they tell you are going to show you everything about them, man. And then you guys are going to be able to get close. Okay. So check it out. It says this topic confronts individuals, and remember, an individual's a business. This topic confronts individuals with their deepest fears and mortality and can lead to profound discussions about the human experience and priorities. Okay. So again, we'll know everything about you by the words that you say, man. And it's real fun because we'll be able to see what systems you follow. We'll be able to see what systems you follow just because of how you express yourself in this conversational topic right here. Okay. So that's it, man. Get close with your neighbors and ask them these deep conversation topics. Okay. Now check out this notice. Notice is knowledge. It says the people are not subject to state legislative code or federal code. Okay. Why are we doing this? Because we know a lot of people fear the government. Okay, we know that for a fact because we've been testing them and we've been trying them, right? And then we try to show them that the people have all political power, and they never want to believe us, and then they always want to vote for people to be their leader, right? And I was like, wow, this is just like the stories in the Bible, where the people in the Bible, they wanted a king to rule over them. And I was like, why don't you guys just follow God? I was like, follow God. They couldn't do it in the Old Testament, right? And then Jesus said, follow me. Why? Because Jesus was the Father's only begotten Son. And then Father sent down Jesus to show the people how to be the people. And then Jesus was showing the people how to be the people. And then Jesus says, yo, you want to roll with me? Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. And I was like, oh, got it, good, Christ. I'm on it. I follow Jesus only, okay? I don't follow man. I follow Christ, okay? And that's it. And this sometimes rubs a lot of people wrong because I don't follow political people. I don't. They're just servants, right? And they better do their job. And if they don't do their job, I punish them. How do I do that? Right here. It says all political power is inherent in the people. Full stop right there, okay? So I always present myself to my public servants, and they get butthurt when I say, you're my public servant. I'm like, that's your job description, right? So I show them I'm the power. The people are the power. I'm one of the power. I'm presenting myself to you, and I'm letting you know my status, my standing in my jurisdiction. And I'm telling you that you're moving beyond your boundaries right now, and you better stop it. Okay. And then, they go dark, right? Because they know that they can't move on me, right? And this is how too, I got a Punisher bit right here. It says the deprivation of any rights may be punished. Okay. If the government deprives the people of any of our rights, right, that's right here. If they interfere with our protection, if they interfere with our security, and if they interfere with anything benefiting me, right, then they're depriving me of my rights, because that's the only reason why we create a government, is to secure those bits right there. Okay. The government better protect, and the government better make sure things are safe, and the government better make sure that I'm benefiting from their services. Okay. And if they don't, then that means they're depriving me of my rights. All right. What does that look like? That looks like if they leave the borders wide open and they allow other people to come in here that aren't part of the political body, right? Then that means they're depriving me of my rights, and I can punish them for that. Okay. So if you allow foreign entities to come in here into my political body, and then you could say, oh, we got to save the world, right? Because they're families, they're foreign families. It's like, nah, dude, you don't have that power and you don't have that authority. You better stop it, or I'm going to punish you. Okay. And that's it, man. So this is why we also say contact us for a consultation. Why? Because we're looking for the people out there. We're looking for my neighbors, and we want to move you because we know that you're out in the public, and we want to move you into the private so we could talk about some wonderful things, and then we could show you how to protect your property. And then what do? We get out there, and then we instruct the government, and we instruct all creatures that are subject to the government. Why? Because the people don't know how to do this. And Father hooked me up, and he showed me how to do it because I got a good coach, man. Shout out to my coach, David Jose. All right. So again, if you want to hang out with us and talk about some wonderful things in the private, contact information is in the description. Hit us up, and let's see if you and I will be a good fit. Okay. All right. We're done. Let's go ahead and walk it back up now, man. Put that Punisher bit in your back pocket, okay? Because you got to know how to protect your rights, okay? And also put this other bit in your back pocket too, where all political power is inherent in the people. Never move from that position, okay, my neighbor? And also put this bit in your back pocket too, okay? The people are not subject to state legislative code or federal code, okay? That one's going to hook you up, and that one should save you a whole lot of property right there, okay? And then remember this bit right here. Always try to get close with your team, and always try to get close with your neighbors and ask them these questions, because you'll be able to see how they move, man. Is ask them this question: what is the biggest fear you faced, and how did you overcome it? Okay, so that's what we want to know with you, my neighbor. So if you want to talk to us about these questions, hit us up. Contact information is in the description. Let's see if you and I will be a good fit. Okay, all right, that's it. We're done. We're gonna put this together. We're gonna upload it. We're gonna see how it flows. I'll talk to you guys in the future. Remember, nobody's having more fun than us. Bye.